Look, the only thing worse than writing a bad story is having a really captivating story, but then fucking it up with the most avoidable mistakes in either your writing or your art. And today, I'm here to fix that for you. Here are a few examples and accompanying solutions. For starters, info dumps. My God, info dumps as a writer are the bane of my existence. I cannot begin to tell you how many beginner critiques I've given, and it is just riddled the entire story with information dumps. And it is so offensive because it's not even unique to beginners. There are blockbuster films that have information dumps. And the solution, it is so simple. You have to hide it. Hide it in plain sight. You need to hide exposition like an elite Navy SEAL in the middle of combat. And there's two ways that you can do that. One, through your visuals, or two, through dialogue. If you have a character that's a great, amazing student and they take their schoolwork very seriously and their academic success, you do not need to tell us. You do not need to spend 5 panels of a comic telling us that. A very simple sweep over your character's bedroom, we see notebooks and textbooks stacked up in plain sight. That pretty much sells it. For dialogue, if your world has some type of very special economic system where the money can only be transferred in a certain type of way, instead of boring your readers by giving them some 10-paragraph info dump of how that works, nobody wants an economics lesson when they came here for magical sword fairies that bang for 10 pages. You need to show us some type of scene, like perhaps them going and depositing money at a bank, and then the bank teller is training another new bank teller, and in the midst of natural conversation of depositing money, that other bank teller is being educated, and thus your audience is being educated. Next biggest issue, especially in art, would be inconsistent architectural scale. Now, nobody is expecting you to be Stan Lee or Kishimoto, but we're also not expecting squirrels to be the same height as trees. Learn perspective. Get your anatomy together. Very important. It does not have to be perfect, but it has to be readable. I even made an entire video on perspective, 1-point through 5-point perspective. It even features an exercise toward the end of the video that I follow, the trace, and then freehand. This next one covers a little bit of writing and art, and it's text blocks. Giant walls of text because your character happens to have a lot to say. Just like an info dump, nobody wants to read that in their comic. You have 2 options. Break it up by having another character interrupt, have dialogue bubbles interject in between that one, or you can go the Naruto way, and if somebody has a very long monologue, spread it out across varying panels. Show us the entire viewpoint of what's going on. That makes it more entertaining. Now, if you need more tips, you've literally been watching me type up this entire freebie, so the freebie will be listed down below. If you need something a little bit more intensive that covers plot, character arcs, character development, world building, and more, check out the Artist Guide to Writing. It also comes with a free sample version if you want to try that out first. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Bye!